everyone. I'm Natalia Bilbao, and here's what's happening in LA this week. Access to Hollywood is a plan to make the streets more livable for all Angelenos. The project is rolling along and a couple of miles closer to completion with the opening of the very first protected bike lanes in the district.
3, 2, 1.
We are here on Hollywood Boulevard celebrating the opening of 2.1 miles of protected bike lanes across this iconic boulevard, because we know this street is on the high injury network, which is one of the streets that causes the most deaths and serious injuries. So we're bringing safety, we're bringing more transit options to folks, and overall just making the city much more livable.
Whether you're walking, biking, taking the bus, or driving, you will now have a safer and more enjoyable experience along this very important stretch of Hollywood Boulevard. This is an area where we've seen a lot of severe injuries and fatalities. Between 2010 and 2019, there were 53 lives that were impacted either by a fatality, collision, or a severe injury. And it's an important corridor if we want to make sure that people are walking and taking transit. This is a corridor that serves a number of high-frequency bus routes and also the metro rail system. And so really an important corridor to making sure that we're providing safe mobility options and keeping people safe as they do so.
So Streets for All is an organization that believes the streets should be safe for all modes of transportation, including biking. We don't think you should have to risk your life to ride a bike. And so our involvement with this project was supporting it, and we just passed Measure HLA. We were the organization behind that, which in CD13, 80% of the people voted for. So we helped demonstrate the political will was there for a project like this.
We love bike lanes! We love bike lanes!
Whenever we make a decision like this, we have to take community input. So the Department of Transportation did an incredible job. They collected thousands of surveys online, in person. They door-knocked business groups. We met with neighborhood councils. We met with different transit groups. And overwhelmingly, people said yes, they want this. And so, I was very happy because it's something that I feel strongly about, something I ran on. And so here we are celebrating the first protected bike lanes in District 13.
So the before and after of the street is really simple. I just saw probably a 5- and 7-year-old, I think, riding a bike in this protected bike lane. There is zero chance that would have happened a month ago. The street was just built like a highway a month ago, and now it's safe enough where children are actually using the facility.
This is just phase 1. We are already working on phase 2, which is extending it down to Fountain to connect with Sunset. And so I encourage the community to become involved, be active. This is a reflection of what we heard from the community and their priorities, and we want to continue to have the community involved.
This project is part of a much larger vision for the district. We know we need more affordable housing. We need to solve our homelessness crisis, but we also need to make the city more walkable and bikeable. And so stay tuned for more improvements to come in District 13.
Homes in Avalon Gardens can become more like hothouses when the temperatures rise. Community members celebrated an injection of federal funding into their complex. The funds will support cool roof technology and bring the thermostats down a few degrees.
We are at Avalon Gardens, a housing development in South LA, and we are here to celebrate $510,000 in federal support that I've been able to secure to help Avalon Gardens complete its goal of refurbishing 17 solar roofs.
It's going to improve the quality of life for many of our residents, especially our seniors and children.
There are a lot of residents that their homes do get really hot. Like, for example, my home gets super hot in the summer, and we usually have to open all the windows and all the doors.
They need cool homes, and the federal government has been able to do it.
I was 13 when I started volunteering here at Avalon Gardens. I'm actually happy to be the president because I get to help other residents. I get to talk to more people. Outside, we have a backpack giveaway, and where residents from in here and non-residents could come and get backpacks. We also have different resources. There's a lot of people that are in need, and it makes me feel happy. Like, they could come and their children could get backpacks. They get free supplies. They get other supplies that their parents maybe couldn't get for them, and it just makes me happy.
School books and bags are at the top, but the list to get set for the new school year really adds up. A back-to-school fair with council member Eunices Hernandez was more than motivating. It was money-saving.
Today we are hosting our first annual backpack giveaway here in Lincoln Heights. We're also combining it with a resource fair and a lowrider show. So you have lowrider cars here, you have motorcycles here, you have dozens of service providers out here providing services and information to our community, and we're giving out free school supplies and backpacks for our young people going back to school.
Thank you so much. It's important for all of our students to have all the supplies that they need, from backpacks to pencils, erasers, and it's really a big help for our families because, as you know, prices have gone up, things are expensive, so it's one less thing that parents have to worry about, is making sure that their children have all the supplies that they need. So I'm really grateful for this event. I'm grateful for Councilmember Hernandez and her staff for putting this event together because in this community in Lincoln Heights, that is very, very useful. So I'm really, really grateful that our families have this opportunity not only to connect here as a community, but also receive all the backpacks and supplies that they need.
Today is a day where we're hoping to save families a lot of money by providing school supplies, by providing food giveaways, by bringing health services out here so you can check your blood pressure, by having information from our Community Investment for Families Department. All of these resources are things that the city needs to do that, you know, if community gets access to them and engages in them, they're going to be saving a lot of money.
I think this is the perfect time to be doing the back to school giveaway. All these kids really need these extra resources, and it gets them motivated and excited to go back to school.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Homework is not confined to home. The Memorial Branch Library Student Zone has newly reopened for the school year. Students are welcome to enjoy this quiet and safe space with free Wi-Fi and printing. They can even use library computers or laptops to get their work done. Check it out.
We are at the Memorial Branch of Los Angeles Public Library to talk about our student zones, which are newly reopened for the school year. Student Zone is a place for students ages K through 12 to come and have a quiet and safe space to work on their homework, to collaborate with their peers, to study. We also have laptops or computers available for them to use, free supplies, school supplies, basic things, plus free Wi-Fi and free printing. It gives them a quiet space, a safe space to get their homework done. We actually have a staff member, a Student Zone helper, who will help them.
What I really want kids to get out of this space is to, as much as possible, get out of their shell, make new friends, be more comfortable talking to strangers, feel safe and confident.
Zones are open 4 days a week. Generally, it's Monday through Thursday, so definitely contact your local branch to find out what hours their student zone is. It's great that the library offers them a place where they can sort of just focus on what they need to do for school.
Top marks for the library as always, and you can check for a student zone in a Los Angeles public library near you. A back-to-school fair at the Koreatown Family Source Center highlighted all that is on offer from the city's Family Source Centers. The Community Investment for Families Department knows that back-to-school involves the whole family.
We're here at the Wilshire Area Family Source Center. We're at a back-to-school event. All 19 of our Family Source Centers are hosting back-to-school events throughout this week and throughout the month of August to get young children ready and excited about the beginning of the new school year. They're getting backpacks and school supplies, but what's really unique and comprehensive, we offer case management support, tutoring, we have a number of after-school programs, there's food distribution.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
A lot of families that we see, experience a lot of financial burden, and there's so much that goes into their expenses for back to school, and so this is just a little way of us giving back to kind of help alleviate some of those burdens for the families.
These resources, they helped us out because it's times when we are low in funds. We might run across a situation where we can't pay our rent, pay our bills, and these resources, they've helped me a lot.
Es muy importante cuando hay familias grandes y no tenemos la suficiente economía para comprar. Entonces, KYCC está con las manos abiertas o con los brazos abiertos para poder apoyarnos mientras ellos tengan recursos.
We encourage everyone to visit our website at laforfamilies.org.
Metro seeks contributors to public safety. Historic Hollywood signs get a makeover, and food business grants are available in good food zones. These stories up next on CityBeat.
The Los Angeles County Metropolitan Transportation Authority, Metro, is looking for individuals to serve on its Public Safety Advisory Committee. Metro's Public Safety Advisory Committee is comprised of a diverse group of individuals who regularly ride the system and have professional or personal experience to contribute. In addition, Metro is seeking to ensure that the perspectives of youth, women, seniors, and those with disabilities are represented. Metro's Public Safety Advisory Committee is looking for 7 new members, and applications should be submitted by September 6. For more information, visit metro.net. Councilmember Hugo Soto Martinez, the Hollywood Historic Trust, and the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce celebrated the makeover of a set of historic signs. The 47 signs point to buildings, hotspots, and cultural treasures made famous during Hollywood's golden era movie boom. The historic markers have been in place since 1999, and this is their first update in 25 years. The Hollywood Historic Trust, which preserves and promotes the history of the area, worked with the original designers and sign makers on the renewal project. For more information on the work of Councilmember Hugo Soto Martinez, visit cd13.lacity.gov. The Economic and Workforce Development Department, EWDD, in collaboration with the Los Angeles Food Policy Council, has launched the Good Food Zones program. Funded through the American Rescue Plan Act, the program will provide $25,000 grants to support food-centered businesses in expanding their healthy food offerings. The program applies to neighborhood markets, corner stores, eateries, and grocery stores in designated Good Food Zones. The Good Food Zones program is accepting grant applications from food businesses in South Los Angeles and the Northeast San Fernando Valley from now until September 13th. For more details on the Good Food Zones program, visit ewdd.lacity.gov.
USA! USA! We're not done going for gold. LA this week caught up with local Paralympic track and field athlete Brianna Clark. This decorated winner is now headed for the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games with hopes of adding more hardware. Take a look.
Introducing my daughter to sports was similar to introducing any kid to sports, because the fact is sports builds character. So whether she had autism or not, I think and I knew that sports would be good for her.
Everyone knows that autism can't stop you from doing plenty accomplishing things, such as well as winning a gold medal or being able to pass your assignment or anything else big in life.
It was very hard finding the right sports because we did go through a few sports. Basketball, softball, soccer, but all of these sports were overstimulating for a person with autism. It was too much going on. So we finally tried track and field, and since it was an individual sport, it just happened to work for her. And believe it or not, she happened to have some track genes, maybe from me and her father.
What I enjoy the most about running is doing all the simple stuff. That I'm able to process instructions and how I'm able to garner strength and ability. Doing all the simple training, because the hard training, that's where I had to push so hard.
Well, it feels very good to know that I'm representing LA, my daughter is representing LA, all the way to Paris. And to represent this city, it feels fantastic.
The way I see it, I'm walking out on that track, and Team Clark is raring for me to take home that gold, busting out those blocks, zipping off the turn, and remembering all that I trained for.
As a parent, as a mother, as a coach, I would just like to thank Recreation and Parks that you guys are here and that you are providing a place for our youth to come, to use that energy that you have. Get out the house, get off your phones, come to the park, do a little bit of running around, and make yourself available because it's something that's going to be good for you in the long run. Thank you, Recreation and Parks.
Go Brianna and Team USA. Best of luck to all the competitors in the Paris 2024 Summer Paralympic Games. As one of the oldest buildings in Southern California, the Point Fermin Lighthouse has earned its place on the National Register of Historic Places. This beacon of San Pedro Bay history is now 150 years old. And after a recent restoration by LA City Rec and Parks, the lighthouse is ready to shine on into the future.
It's another beautiful day in the 1-5. We are right here celebrating the 150th birthday of this beautiful, iconic lighthouse here in Point Fermin Park. Even before the time that San Pedro was part of the city of Los Angeles, this lighthouse has been an iconic treasure for this community. It is something we're very proud of, and Rec and Parks has done some restoration work on this, and we have the Point Fermin Lighthouse Society that carefully and lovingly cares for this building.
We're just really proud to be able to be part of history and to be able to curate an amazing facility like the Point Fermin Lighthouse.
Look at the lighthouse. Look at the surroundings. What other place could you have this? We have a gym here.'t been doing this for 14 years, and I'll keep doing another 14 years if I can.
This building was built here because this is the natural entrance to what is the LA Harbor today, and back then would have been the San Pedro Bay.
It protected the coast when there was shipping from coming up and hitting along the coast and the reefs. So it plays a huge role, not only in the history, but in the protection of shipping in San Pedro.
This building really is the center of the maritime heritage here in San Pedro. It is not just something that's old. It is active today, and it is here for people to enjoy, to learn about their history, and just be a part of the community.
It's part of California history. It's part of the history of this coast. I'm looking forward to the next 150 years right here at Point Fermin Park.
First stop on the destination Crenshaw line is a new permanent mural by local artist Tunes One. The mural is part of a big picture vision for Crenshaw, and that picture is bold and bright, full of color and celebration.
Today we're unveiling the Hey Young World mural by Tunes One, the muralist. It's one of the first unveils for the great Destination Crenshaw project.
My name is Anthony Tunes One Martin, and I'm the creator of this mural here. The title of this mural is called Hey Young World.
See the faces of young people from our community, larger than life. That helps us see the best of what we can be. And so that's why it's exciting, that's why it's big, that's why it's dramatic, that's why it's colorful.
It shows the young people that they've got something to hope for and to look forward to. It's really exciting. The colors are just great. They just pop out at you.
Coming back to this community to be able to do a mural that actually stayed up, a permanent mural, was just a lifelong dream. I've went around the world and done murals and lots of different countries. And to be honored at home is always, you know, the best honor that one can get.
It's a $100 million investment in the Crenshaw corridor for us, by us, and with us.
Crenshaw has been struggling for a while, but I think we're up and going now.
We're gonna have murals like this up and down Crenshaw Boulevard where the K line runs. So exciting to have artwork that's for us, by us, and that celebrates us.
My job as president and CEO of Destination Crenshaw is to execute a project that is 1.3 miles throughout this corridor. So from Vernon all the way to Slauson, we're doing over 100 public art commissions and doing community parklets to bring together this community.
Everybody check out destinationcrenshaw.la. You can see when all the murals are being unveiled, when all the sculptures are being unveiled, and you'll see the project grow week to week, month to month, and year to year.
In this week's feature story, firefighters regularly deal with critical situations that put them under heightened strain. While they know it's part of the job, it's also good to acknowledge that they too need to de-stress. Cue some four-legged therapy for a little lift.
We're at LAFD Fire Station 91 in Silmar today. In this line of work, we see a lot of things the normal citizen doesn't see. We deal with a lot of trauma.
Our members carry a lot of stress and they may not be willing to talk about it. They hold in that stress, and the best way to get rid of that stress is to talk to somebody about it. It doesn't always need to be a licensed therapist or clinician.
Hi, I'm Victoria, this is Blue Moon, and this is Liberty Bell.
And having a horse come out, a mini therapy horse. It's the first time we've seen these in a fire station, and so far we've had nothing but positive feedback. Every single firefighter is grinning from ear to ear. The horses are here because they bring a smile to our faces. So this is a great nonprofit group. They're part of the Mayor's Crisis Response Team as well. And they're a resource that's available to us and our firefighters. And when the horses pose for cameras, they play the piano with their nose, and it just, you can't help but have a better day when these mini therapy horses come to the fire station.
I actually immediately felt it today. It's kind of a calming and relieving effect. Yes, we do have some high stress scenarios as far as incidents go on the job. A lot of them do kind of keep stress with us on the job and at home. And what I'm feeling right now and meeting mini ponies like this is kind of giving a sense of relief. It's making me smile. So, you know, a lot of us tend to forget to do that, the most basic things. But yeah, it's actually pretty calming.
Smile. That's a great smile.
It's part of our behavioral mental health program, and making sure that our crews and our members are mentally ready to respond to the city. And if anything comes up, we could call them out, call out a therapist, and work through any issues that we might come across after a significant incident or anything that might pop up in our daily lives.
Good girl.
Miniature horses you don't see every day, and especially trained ones.
You're giving him a high five? Good girl.
That will shake your hand and stand up and play the piano. It's definitely something fun to see.
this week's things to do, learn about Mexican folklorico, get poetic from Paris to LA, and enjoy the sounds of Peru. All this up next on Things to Do.
Make some moves and learn all about Mexican folk dancing folklorico with the Los Angeles Public Library on September 7th. Nia Arts, which is dedicated to preserving Mexican traditions, has developed a unique style of culturally rooted folk dance and added a modern twist. Participants will get to hear the stories behind folklorico dance, as well as learning the steps that communicate the culture. Join Nia Arts at the North Hollywood Amelia Earhart Regional Branch Library for Viva la Cultura Folklorico on Saturday, September 7th at 2 p.m. For more information, visit lapl.org/events. Celebrate the finale of the Paris 2024 Cultural Olympiad with a handover from the City of Paris to the City of Los Angeles. 8 poets are in Paris to perform in the Poetic Games on Saturday, September 7th. At Catch the Mic Paris to LA, an additional 28 LA-based poets will perform live, reading from their Art Plus Sport poems commissioned by the City of LA. To support Los Angeles, head to the Mark Taper Auditorium in the Central Library for Catch the Mic Paris to LA, happening on Saturday, September 7th at 2:30 p.m. For more information on the event, visit culture.lacity.gov. Get a head start on the celebrations for Latino Heritage Month with Inca, the Peruvian Ensemble. LA's Department of Cultural Affairs and the Los Angeles Public Library present this colorful show featuring the traditional music and dance of Peru and the Andes. Native Incas, the Hispanic coastal communities, and the Afro-Peruvian communities are all represented in this ensemble performance. Enjoy the sounds of the instruments unique to the region: woodwinds, strings, percussion, and vocals. Visit the Granada Hills Branch Library for Inca, the Peruvian Ensemble on Saturday, September 7th at 3:30 p.m. And for more information, go to lapl.org/events. And that's a look at some things to do.
And that's all for this week. I'm Natalia Bilbao, and from all of us here at LA This Week, thank you so much for joining us. Remember that you can watch us online anytime at lacitybview.org, and we're also on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube. See you next time for more LA This Week.